and welcome to Tujenge Home. Your number one show when it comes to all things architecture, real estate, property development, interior design. You get it right here on Tujenge Home. When the food is ready.
You want to serve them?
Dinner is served. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Probably this is a line that you have met. So let me ask you, what does the Bible say about finances and marriage? So let me take you to the book of Genesis 2, verse 24. It says that, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. So that essentially means then, if that is going to be an interpretation that we're going to go by or with, that means that a husband does not have his own money, nor does a wife have her own money. All their money is theirs together. Put those into capital letters. They shall be one flesh, that is in capital letter. The husband does not have his own money, that is in capital letter. And another issue is theirs together, that is in capital letters. Good. Let me continue to the next one before I introduce the guest who's joining us this morning. Then the other question that you're gonna run into is, who is financially responsible in a marriage? Let's also introduce that. Then in households where one spouse shoulders all the financial responsibility, that spouse is typically the husband. Okay? It is also common for wives to handle bill paying and shopping while husbands manage the bigger picture in planning, such as retirement accounts, insurance, and tax planning. That is the modern dating scene or marriage, where the husband is typically handling everything. Yeah? The bigger picture. Good. So now you know what it is that we're talking about then. We're talking about marriage and money. Let's talk about it. Joining us this morning is Pastor Rose Mboga. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Simba.
I'm going to put this on the side because I've got personal questions when it comes to issues like this.
Welcome.
And I'm going to start like this. The issue of money and finances, it's big. And I'm going to start on it from this perspective. The traditional responsibility of a man in a relationship is, number one, to provide. Number two, protect. Provision in the sense of resources could be capital. Could be moral support, could be the image of the family. Provide for your family, protect them from any dangers, which would also then go back to how you're going to protect them if you don't have these resources. Good?
Yeah.
If that is the reason, then why aren't we saying that the man is the source of the capital, the money, in the relationship.
Okay.
So then I will say, please, if you do not have the money, do not marry. Because then your responsibility of providing and protecting would not essentially be a question. It will be questioned.
It will be questioned. Okay.
Yes. It will be questioned. So why aren't we saying the husband has his money, which he uses to provide and protect the family? So why are we then saying, interpreting Genesis 2, verse 2-4,
Okay.
that says, you become one flesh, so you don't have your thing, everything that you have will be viewed as our thing. Let's begin from there.
Thank you so much. As we start there, it is a good starting because now we have gone back to God's idea
That's it.
in marriage. A man leave, and yeah, it is true. They leave, then they come together. I can recall someone who said this. In the word husband, there are all those H-U-S. The S stands for strong in caring. That is the husband. The D, the last number there, stands for dependent. He is the one who is dependent. Every need of the family. Now, needs of the family. You see now, he has two. The wife now, wife, I, stands for industrious. She must be industrious. As we go in Proverbs 31, this industrious woman who wakes up, who works hard. Now, we see that each one of us has a responsibility in this marriage, in the area of financial. No one is left aside. No one is left aside, whether it is casual or whatever. We together, in our possession and role, we have to play the possession of financial, both of us.
In that respect, and I want to take you back, just even before we get to go deeper into this issue. A man who's ready to marry, there's a checklist that you have to go through. And in the current world, that checklist has to be your financial stability, because your family, like you're saying, is going to depend on you.
Okay.
Like when you make that decision as a man, the first thing that you have to know is that my family is going to depend on me.
Yeah.
So you have to have a financial plan. Because whatever you're saying is that my family, my wife and children included, are going to have to look at me. They're going to have to depend on me.
Okay.
So if I'm going to have to be ready to marry, Pastor Rose, I got to be ready financially. That's what we're saying right now, that I got to ready be financially.
Yes.
That's my money. That's my money, my resources. All right? It's not their resources. It's my resources. So we're saying then that before a man gets ready to marry, one of the things that you have to tick on is your financial ability.
Oh, yes.
Or you have that plan. My kids are going to go to school here, we're going to live here, I'm going to pay school fee here, we're going to eat here, but the food is going to be there. That's your responsibility as a man before you bring in dependence.
Yeah, of course.
Is it not?
Yeah.
At what point then am I going to look at my wife, Pastor Rose, and say, hey, pesa yako kunayo pia ni yetu, because it's my plan. I'm the one who married.
Yeah.
She didn't marry me.
That is good. When we go back to that Genesis, we see that man first in the God's idea was to work.
That's it.
So we appeal to men outside there. You are led and preparing to marry, work hard.
That's it.
Because you have to plan. Even in the premarital counseling, first of all, when the guy comes in our office, now pastor, I have blah, 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 and I'm planning. Our first question, how are you prepared? And of course, it is good to prepare yourself. You cannot go and enter into something that you have not prepared for. And I always tell them, it is like starting a car when the gauge is reading zero. So it is for you guys. First, prepare yourself. You prepare, it is in order. You have to. Even if you cannot carry yourself to the head, things are going to come up when you come together now. But of course it is, that is the first step. Prepare yourself, work hard, even plan earlier. As you were saying, my kids, my family, plan earlier.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if you've ticked that point, and I want to take you to the psychology of dating. I was looking at it the other day. I was saying that the financial ability of a woman has got nothing to do with a man getting attracted to that woman. The majority of men, we don't look at women. There's no man who goes around saying, I'm going to marry a man, a woman who makes 1 million shillings a month, or makes 200,000 shillings a month, or who says, I'm going to marry a teacher because a teacher earns this much. That for us, we are attracted to women that we think will become our mates in a family system.
Yeah.
So our financial ability or disability is not a thing that we think about. Because for me as a man, when I look at myself, I say, I am going to marry a woman and I'm going to support her like this. So it's rare then, or a man is viewed weak, okay? If now I start telling my wife, you know, now I need some money, you know, we are married in this or whatever it is that you have, it's also going to be used to support the system.
Okay.
Help us clarify. As a man, it's never going to be 50-50. For you, it's 100% on a man. When it comes to resources and support, right?
Yeah.
Is a marriage going to weaken if me as a man now, I look at my wife and I say, ooh, well, she's making good money, so she's got to start contributing to this family.
Okay.
But I'm the one who married her. So her money is going to be her money. You do whatever it is you want to do with it. But then my plan was to take my kids to this school. My plan was that we live here, right? And you accepted that plan, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So, Pastor Rose, at what point am I going to say, now she has to start contributing into, you know, the family affairs? Is it that a wife should contribute when she feels necessary to? Because provision comes from the man.
From the man.
Yeah.
From where you have started, I wish that could happen. That is a wish. That all men could be prepared. When we have been listening to ladies, that has been a very big problem. Because now, many do not do that. But even now, you are there, you are prepared already. Remember we said, when we are in courtship, we put matters on the table. And so, when we are discussing or when we are, what are our plans? Because we said last time, we have to plan, even to plan together. It is not that the woman will chip in when she feels like. It is something that you have planned earlier, Siba. You planned earlier. This time of starting. But it is good that I meet you prepared already. I can recall when I got married, how I started enjoying, and within a week, I was saying, this mine. I owned everything he had. Nikuwa nasema tu, hii kitu yangu, that is how we are, we read this. But it is good also, when you are now prepared, and I get in. Even before I get in, we have put things in order, we have planned. Tumeplan kila kitu. Now it is a journey, we are going together. We are moving together. Yeah, I think this that you have said, men do not have to look aloud saying, oh, I want this. When that comes, this is a man who does not know his possession and his law. And that is where we are hearing men complaining, and even everyone is complaining that the boy child is so blessed. Many are even being beaten there at home because now they do nothing, they are nothing, they stay there waiting for someone. Then when one day you are told no, there is no food, there is no this. Now, if you start arguing, a blow will fall on you.
In this question for finances in marriage, I want to also look at it like this now. That men prepare completely to provide.
Yeah.
And I want you to answer this question though, on how to strengthen your marriage around this particular conversation for dating and finance. Here's it, that get a woman, and I've run into this advice majority of the time.
Okay.
Get a woman who you can fully provide for, number one. Number two, and we're going to talk about that, get a woman who is ready to play her role.
Okay.
That the natural responsibility for woman in a marriage is to bring up the family. Be the household manager. Okay?
Yeah.
That I've married you because I want a helper. That's what God says in the Bible.
Okay.
Is it not?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a helper.
Yeah, sweet
Right?
tambo.
That's it. So that means then that for any other man who's going to sit somewhere, Pastor Rose, and say, yeah, my wife has to contribute to that marriage, that you're losing an aspect of your wife. She's not going to contribute fully to being your helper because now she's a provider.
Oh,
You've
yes.
changed that role. And you're saying, well, you've got to contribute to this, so you've changed that role. So, in a nutshell, what I'm asking is this. Should you then say, my man is the sole contributor to our relationship, the finance aspect, that he married me? I say, well, I'm going to say something controversial. You can warn me after I ask this question, because I've run into it and majority of people don't like it. That I can leave my job now, whatever it is that I was doing, for money, because I've got a provider.
My husband.
My husband. So when it comes to finances, leave that to the guy.
Yeah.
I am going to play my responsibility as a married woman, which is essentially to take care of the family, raise the kids, take care of the households, manage affairs in the family. Have you met people like those? That once you give the finances aspect, like you got to provide as a woman in that family, then that marriage is a bit shaky.
I have met, in some cultures, we meet that women are the housewives. Some cultures, not all. They are housewives and they are catered for fully and they enjoy such a life.
Is that not the ideal situation?
And that was their, yes, of course. If you are there, you are lucky that way. You can settle. But can I ask, what if now you know nothing, you do nothing, you are there only with kids, you don't even know where they go to school, you don't know even the nothing, you know nothing, only the cups, the plates, just there. What if something bad happens? So that we do not advocate such, even if we do not advise. It's just a psycho education. Ask yourself, if it is that way, and this is my husband, he's providing everything, and do I know his source of money? Where is he getting? So that in case one day he's sick, I can go and start there and help him. In case one day he is on leave, you want to go somewhere, even with the friends, I can start and say, this is my husband's job. This is where he earns for us. And I can start there. Even I can go there and stay and keep him company one day. That can work.
Yes.
But when, see Baruch here, I am there. I went, I got married. I know nothing of my husband, nothing. Only coming home with the paper bag. Everything is there. I stay there. I cook, I eat, I sleep, I sit down, I wake up. Hey, I just stayed there. Am I praying my Lord kabisa? Is there anything to think outside the box? Also, another thing you asked, do I leave my job? Because now I'm married. To my surprise, last night, I listened to an interview in the TV, and now the lady was saying like this, I got married and I was working. So now we started a business. My husband started a business. Husband was not working. So they joined hand together. The lady took a loan enough and they started a business. It worked well. Ikaendelea now, the lady was working and not even interested with the husband's biz. And it picked up at about 7 years. They had gone far. But unfortunate, now the man one morning told the lady, I feel I did not marry the right person. I need to marry a wife, someone who is not a land, someone who is not working, someone who stay at home. I'll come, I meet breakfast, supper, and whatever. I need that person. And now the wife was, wow, what is the meaning of that? And he went to an extent of taking their house girl and marrying. Now the wife had to leave. And it is unfortunate. I could see how the lady was crying, and I was, if now, before, they could have checked things. See now, she knew nothing about the business. She could not even claim anything. It is that my husband is working there, it is his. She knew nothing she could claim. And that is how they parted ways.
Yes. I hear you. And I'm going to get controversial on this particular aspect of finances and contribution in the family. I'm going to use that example, Pastor Rose, and it's not an example that we do not see, where you marry a career woman.
Yes.
All right? Because she's contributing to the family. But remember, also for the husband in that relationship, you're building yourself as you go by. Because you know, as a man, you really have to keep on then increasing the resources that you're channeling into the family.
Yes.
So you look around then, and you're like, well, money is not a problem to me. I have this money. Why is my wife outside there, you know, looking for these resources?
Okay.
When I come back to the family, my kids never see my wife. She's here. Maybe when they're already asleep. I rarely see her, all right? And the few times that I get to see her, it's like we're playing the same role in this particular relationship. And I want to go for a tiny break, because once we come back then, in that healthy marriage, we're looking at where there are no finances, that leads essentially to hard relationships.
Okay.
But where the man is playing his role of, I've got the finances, then what is the woman then doing outside there?
Okay.
Also looking for this money. For what purpose? Because if you decided to be a married woman, your role is to take care of the family, just like your friend. All right? But when you also go outside there and start looking for money, then as a man, am I not going to see another man in that relationship? Another man in that relationship, playing the role of that man, which I'm playing. Because I would like my kids to see their mom all the time. I like my kids to see their mom in their school. I like my kids to see their mom in their homework. Right? That's why I got you.
Yeah.
But then while you're playing this role of also looking for this money, once we come from this break then, we'll be looking at whether that is also another reason for majority of marriages then not working out, because of that finances aspect We run into places where majority of women are told, you gotta work out yourself as well. You gotta improve yourself as well. You know, you gotta get your own money as well. But what if the man is doing that role? So are you running away from him? Once we come back from this break, we're with our Pastor Rose. Once you have those questions, then you can also put them to us at Lookuptv across all your social media platforms.
Are you a civil servant and looking for financial breakthrough? You can now apply for the salary check-off loan from Juhudi Kilimo, a solution that is available for salaried employees that have a check-off agreement with Juhudi Kilimo. All you need is 3 months latest payslips, a copy of your national ID, 1 recent colored passport photo and your KRA PIN. For more information, call us today on 0709 692 000 or send an SMS to 20103 at no charge. Juhudi Kilimo, investing in farmers, transforming lives.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
We're talking about marriage and finances. Whose money is it? That's the question. And who should contribute financially to that marriage? All right? So, Pastor Rose, let me reiterate that question just before we went on break. It's like, if the man is providing fully, that means that in that relationship, it is possible for each of them to play their role. Like there's an opportunity for a perfect marriage where the man is a provider.
Yes.
The woman is a CEO for the family.
Okay.
All right? So the manager of the family is there. In whatever way it's going to appear, whether she wants to employ a maid, whether she wants to take kids, I don't know which school, whether she wants to employ somebody who can come in and help the kids learn and do their homeworks and do all that. And it's up to her.
Yeah.
That as their husband, I know that I'm providing, but when it comes to the management of family affairs, I've got a woman,
A CEO.
I've got a wife at home. I shouldn't look at it in any other way. But here comes the problem. Times have changed, and we do appreciate how those times have changed.
Okay.
The girl that I'm gonna get probably has a better job than me, earns better money than me, works in a better company than I do. And so telling her, you need to play your role, I don't need you to go working because I've got this money, my money is enough then to support this family. That is not a concept the majority of women, modern day women, are going to accept.
Oh yeah.
Is that's the challenge begin there, where people will not essentially continue the relationships because men then see fellow men in relationships. She's not there, she wakes up earlier than me, she makes more money than me, the kids see her rarely than they see me as a man, as their father, you know?
Okay.
Is that where the problem now begins when it comes to finances and marriage?
Of course, it can begin there because I'm there, you are there. You need me. But now I have a boss. I have to leave early. I have, those responsibilities. But if the man is able to provide for the family, why can't we now come together and now we can do easier things to the wife so that she can be doing what she can do and be there, also avail herself. Because also it is good that if now I'm the CEO, that means I know your account.
That's it.
I know everything. We are united. We are together. Everything is for us. I can still stay at home and keep chicken there. Yeah, and do whatever I do so that you meet me there.
That's it.
But don't tell me I'll stay at home, waiting for, give me 100 shilling. When you may say, oh, not today, or else you bring a list or a shopping that you can say now, this is a whole month shopping. You take care. Finishing it before the end month, no, nothing more. If that is the case, that is why you see now there is corruption. I can say this. Money is not the problem in marriages. The problem is how I think of money, how I feel of money, and how I think of my spouse, and how I feel of my spouse. Do you get that? Money is not the problem, but me as a wife, how do I think of money? Much money. I had some here, the other here. Those secret things. How I think of money. Do I think of money more than I think of my spouse? Do I feel money more than I feel my spouse? That will make us part ways.
That's it. Another question that you're going to have to see is that we might probably not realize it as men.
Yeah.
That we might accept this concept that, well, now our wives have to work, they've got a career, they've got to go and look for this money. But when it comes to seeing somebody as your wife, I mean, in a natural setup, even the Bible says that women should subordinate to their husbands. Good.
Yeah.
So she comes second. The Bible does agree that. And when you look at your wife, you see her as, she knows that you're the one who's going to make decisions. Good. But here's the case. We're accepting this concept that, well, your wife also can contribute to the financial state of your marriage.
Okay.
But then the example is that if she works in a very good company, and we do know that top companies in the world are run by men, so you have to accept the fact that another man somewhere is making decisions that are impacting the state of your marriage. So your wife is working very hard to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
That means that she's got to listen to the men above her. Your wife is working very hard to get that promotion so she can contribute more to your family. That means that you're going to see less and less of her in your family.
Yeah.
Your kids are going to see less and less of her in your family. That means that the decisions you're making as your husband, whether you like it or not, comes second
or
to
third.
The decision, or third. All right, in that line. So there's a boss, there's a line manager, there's the board that she has to, Then, so in the men that are important to the way her life is, you're maybe number 4 or 5, depending on where she is.
Yeah.
So many men, without even knowing it, then start to realize that the impact that I have on my wife is less and less
Yeah.
the more money she makes. You get it?
Yeah.
So even as we are celebrating, our kids are going to good schools. We live in a very good estate.
Okay.
We drive fantastic cars. But when it comes to the marriage,
Yeah.
even if there is money, then there are problems in it.
There is no harmony.
That's it.
This harmony
That's it.
that froze.
That's it.
So now let me borrow an example. I have clearly understood. And remember this, those times men are because now of the economic crisis, men have gone down. And hasa, the ego, when the ego goes down of a man, now he is desperate. Even thinking that someone is number one in my wife's life, it brings men down. And my appeal and also my prayer. Now may men arise, and God enable them to stand in their position and Lord, plan and work things that they work for good for you. That is my prayer and my appeal, because of course that is where you feel you cannot, your wife cannot plan what how you wear in the morning. Your wife cannot escort you even to the gate and tell you, have a good day. She's not there. And this is why. Don't we now try?
Sometimes she disappears for a month.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 3 weeks. You can see her.
She is at Mombasa.
Does it?
With the company, of course.
Yeah.
And so, can we say this? Can we pray and also appeal to our men to just pull up your socks? Because I cannot even argue. When I'm okay and everything is in order, what am I going to do there? But now, also let us do it in a way of harmony and unity. It is not now like force. Like now Pastor Rose, you are going to leave this. Once, we like, as pastors, we work a lot also. And sometimes you see, but we have to plan. That is, I take you to Proverbs 24. A house is built with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Now knowledge comes in the area of financial. If we have this knowledge of financial, we can take control of everything. Why will my wife be outside there working in dark and cold when also I am outside there? We can plan, put things together. Say, what is this that she's doing outside? Can she do it near? Can she do it aloud? Where she can spare time, she can be the boss of herself so that she can handle you. And also you are meeting every need. I was saying this, I borrowed this from a wise man. My bishop told us that a wise man was met by two, and he was an elderly man, by two young men. Yeah. And now one, they said, Washa, let us go to that man. And this test, it will resort to either death of this man or life. Yes, so they went and told, yes, sir, here we are. I have a butterfly here. In my, I have a butterfly here. Now predict, is the butterfly dead or alive? And now the man said, if now I see the butterfly is dead, yeah. If the butterfly is not dead, and I say it is dead, the guy will open his arm and the butterfly will fly away. Then I'll miss it. If I say it is alive, the man will press it and kill it. Then you. So, what do you think he told them? He told them, it is all about you. Whether it is alive or dead, it is how you make the decision. You are the one who holds the decision. We borrow that and say, we are the one who holds the decision in our families, in our financial conflict and crisis. If I want my wife to be waking up early, that we may use time, spend time there, take breakfast together, anipakie butter na cheese na whatever, and eat a honey, babe. I'll work out those things as a man. You see? We'll work out together. Because how can you get what you are not giving? If she's the one and you are now resting, that may happen. Also, we as ladies also, we have to play our part. If now my husband is able to go out there and bring whatever, and he's quite good and providing, strong in caring, why do I let him be lonely? He's lonely, like we were sharing, married but single. Yeah, we can appeal also to ladies there.
Yes.
If everything is all right, if everything is okay, your man is trying hard, help him. Help him now to uplift him, encourage him. Yeah, feed him that he may go with strength. Feed him in his mentality yake. Remove stress and many demands that more than what he can meet, so that you can find an excuse.
Yeah.
Because the marriage life and happiness, it is how we decide. It is in our hands. We hold a butterfly. If you wanted to live, we will just release it. If you wanted to die, we will squeeze it with question and stresses and all kind.
Yes.
Money is not the problem.
That's it.
It is how I feel, how I think of money.
Yes.
And how I think about my spouse, how we think about one another.
That's it. So is it better then to advise men that, well, have money? Because it will make it easier for you to control the decisions that are going to follow in your marriage. Because then if you don't have that money, even if you get this wife who said, oh, and I understand your financial situation, I like the plan that you put in place, at one point or another, she's going to look back, or you are going to look back,
Yes.
and say that, wow, we're working very hard to support this family. But when it comes to a wife, the person that you need to support you, the person that you need to be around your kids more often. Somebody said that, well, if you look around nowadays, kids are getting raised by house helps.
Yeah.
They behave like their house helps, talk like their house helps, they pick up character traits that you don't know where they got them from. Just because you too, especially your wife, is not there just to, point them in the right direction. Are you saying that a man, therefore, should have the money so that the helper comes in and helps?
Yeah.
Just helps on the things that you're doing, the projects that you're doing, your business that you're doing. You have a more around that 90% of the time she's playing her responsibility of the man, of the wife, and you're playing the responsibility of the man. Is that there's a perfect balance that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And so what would be your advice also to women who would find themselves as contributing as much as the men are contributing financially in their relationships?
Okay. Let us start with the men. You man, you have to work hard.
Yes.
Work hard and also plan.
Yes.
Plan things. Now, because even men may have money and they do not plan.
Yes.
So every now I'm in need of a dress, I'm in need of a new hairstyle, and now because you want to please me and make me stay there at home and not go outside there to work,
yes.
Now you do out of your plan. Plan and plan together so that even the lady will fit in your plan. If we say this month is this, it is there. No argument, no raising things there. So men, be prepared. And if now it is like this time, the crisis of economic, just plan. Fit yourself where now, if now you are up, you can also go average. And agree together, we are going to go this way. When you work hard and then plan, you have a say. No one will step on you because you are capable, not fighting. You have the strength, you have the potential, and you are good to go as a man. Now for women, it is also unfortunate that sometimes, some, not all, when ladies are learning more than the men, now ego in arise. Remember, whether you have money or you have what, you are still a wife. And you have to stay in your possession of a wife. Plan your things. Plan your day. Is he eating? Is he are you meeting him at the points of his needs? Are you bringing your possession and law? And that is where we tell ladies, just humble yourself. Mm-hmm. Money cannot stand in the praise of a husband.
Yes.
God, you are answerable because God called us, help us. Am I helping? Yes, I'm earning a lot.
Yes.
Am I helping him emotionally? Am I helping my husband physically? If I fail, I have a question to answer to God.
Yes.
And because also, this man called me life. Am I giving life to his kids? Or am I an absentee lady who goes outside with other ladies who cares not for kids?
Yes.
There is also a question to answer. Let's think outside the box and go back to the drawing point and say, now, my praise is here, with money or without. I'm a wife. Mm-hmm. I have to be submissive.
Yes.
And when we are submissive, we tell ladies, there is this we call in Kiswahili, ladies have something we call nguvu za uvuto. And it is a kind of a fragrance. And when a wife is responsible and the man there is working out, you enjoy. Because we have that. So ladies out there, don't use and take this opportunity of oppressing your husband, because if we had a job and it went down, the situation of COVID-19, women went outside there with eggs, with chapati. But can you imagine a man who used to be in an office? He's there this way. When he goes, Mama Nani, no answer. Because he's now down. Let not happen in our families. Be a suitable helper because you are answerable.
That's it. I've got the last question that I want to ask you here, out of the contribution that I'm seeing online. Mm-hmm. They're saying, can I marry a man who's not financially stable?
Mm-hmm. It is a question.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Can you, Pastor?
You can, because now we said in the first thing, you have listened, you have observed, and you have valued.
Yes.
You can engage if you feel that it is only in the area of financial, and I'll humble myself even if I'm the one who is earning more.
Yes.
And I'll try that my husband will also start a position. And also, husband also, when now you are being helped also by this lady, don't also leave, usimwashe kwa mata. Remember where you started. Think about her and feel her. Don't now look about money and say, now I'm good to go. Like the guy we saw, she went now with the maid, that he may dominate, because it's as if he was not feeling comfortable with the lady who is earning. But can we see he also benefited from the lady? Let us be loyal. Let us not betray one another. If now that is your guy that you feel inside you, it is 100%, akona balance, imeenda juu. You can first put dialogue. We are going to do this and that, because you are not marrying him to be your wife. You are getting married to him to be your husband. He will have say in that family. And now you man, when you get in that relationship, also think twice.
That's it. Pretty much. So the last question that I want to ask you here, that is essentially also a contribution. that has come online is that is money more important in marriage? Take a minute so we can step out of this tension.
Is money
More important in marriage? Like, does a marriage start with money? Because if you don't have it, then...
we cannot say that it is not.
Yes.
Because money buys many things. All what money cannot buy
Yeah.
is this harmony, is this unity,
Yeah.
is love. We have seen a lot of people with a lot of money, and they even don't know the need of money.
Yeah.
And we can see others who do not have money, and they live a life, a very happy life. They respect one another. So money is not the key. Because even when we get married, I remember a couple, they got married, we helped them.
Yes.
And they started burning charcoal from the ground. Now they have gone a long way, and they are well-off people. They are rich.
Yeah.
No, money cannot be that. It is not the determining factor.
Does it?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's a conversation, by the way, that is quite important, and you need to really pick those lessons from Pastor Rose this morning, because if you really start digging deep into some of the reasons why marriages do not essentially work out, number one, finance and money is one of those. In both ends. Where there's finance, they're not working out. Or where there's no finance, they're not working out. So it's not, money has to be an aspect that you essentially have to deeply understand for you to be successful in your relationship. Guess what? Take her back to the time that you joined us right here on our Lookuptv, at Lookuptv, across all the social media platforms. Those who've sent in their contributions, thank you very much. Guess what? The conversation goes online, and she'll keep on coming back, hopefully, just to educate you on these things. And the bigger takeaway that I got from this morning, as men, pray that things work out for you. Because on these topics for finance, it begins with you.
Yeah.
You're the provider. Work hard and pray hard. In the process of working hard, also pray that things work out for you. Because as a provider then, uende unaulizwa tunakula nini baba nani kabla tuendelee na hiyo mambo, right? Pastor Rose, thank you very much for coming by.
Welcome.
Always a pleasure to have you around. Guess what? That's how we end this morning. Goodbye. Tomorrow is another session, isn't it?
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to